Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry about the blurriness in the video. I don't know, it's my phone or whatever that's doing that. But I'm returning to you this morning, mid this morning, for a album review. And this is for a marathon album review that I'm starting with the Disciple album reviews. So this first one I'm going to be doing is What Was I Thinking? The 1995 album that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, what did I think of this album overall? It's okay. Um, I'm not really fond of some of the songs because it pretty much mentions Jesus and all that, and I'm like, okay. Because I myself am agnostic, so I don't really believe in Christianity that much. I know I should, but I just have my own personal beliefs, and I just believe this album was decent. I like some of the songs, like One Drop and Jekyll and Hyde. Those are pretty good. Going Home was pretty good. So was the final track, Mercy, but it had some lyrics that I was cringing at, but mostly it's where they uh talk about God and Jesus, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd like this kind of music. If they're, I know they're Christian metal, and I respect that they have their own religious beliefs and what they want to sing about, but I like music that you can just rock out to, not music that is gonna help, like, I don't know if I'm trying to say the right thing or whatever. Probably am saying the wrong thing in this review, so I really apologize, but I just believe that I need proof to see if God exists or not, because I believe there is a God. I just believe that I need proof. That's what an agnostic means. Uh, if which a lot of people know what it means now. Because I've already talked about my religious beliefs. There's a reason why I believe in that religion, but I don't want to go into discussion about that. But pretty much, I think this album alone was actually not a bad one. Felt was pretty good. Sorry if I'm not talking about the tracks as much. I just cringed at some of the lyrics when they mentioned God and Jesus, and I'm like, okay, that's where I might have a problem with. Um, but keep in mind, this is just my opinion on what I think of the matter of the album and what they're singing about. But yeah, Praise You Lord was one of the weaker songs off the album. Amazing Grace Blues was decent, and Sorry was decent. It mentioned there were songs that I did enjoy, like Why, Take Me. Uh, I think One Drop and Jekyll and Hyde, like I said, were my personal favorites. Um, the rest are just meh. They're all right, but yeah, Crawl Away. That was a little lengthy of a song. It was like 5 minutes and 21 seconds. I think it's the longest track on the album. I'd have to go back and look to see which track's longer, but I think that one's the longest track on the album. Stronghold was pretty solid, but still mentioned about Jesus and all that, and I'm like, okay, that's fine and all, but I'm just not crazy about the concept of what they're singing about. And I'm like, I just want music where I can just headbang to. But I know there's gonna be artists that and bands that want to do what they want to do. That's all right. I I'm not putting you down for what your religious beliefs are and all that, but I just I don't know. I just kind of have a little issue with how these artists are or bands are talking about God and Jesus, and I'm like, that's great and all, but uh, I don't know. It just doesn't sound good to me when they almost talk about it in most of their songs. And that's what they do with most of their songs. There's some songs they can just rock out to, which is pretty cool. And then there's some that I can't agree on liking. But overall, I think this album was decent. I do plan on doing more album reviews of their discography. I think they got 10 more album reviews I gotta do. But the next one's gonna be on the 2nd. Um, but anyways, out of 10, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's decent. It's nothing bad. I know this uh this request came from, shout out to Corn's End for requesting this to me. I liked some of their songs. I just can't get behind the fact that they're. I know Skillet's a Christian rock band. I know Red is. I think they still are. I don't know for sure. And Casting Crows, I think, are Christian. Underoath was Christian until they stopped believing in God and made an album called Erase Me. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the shit. But yeah, Underoath was Christian for a while. Christian metalcore band, I think they were. I'd have to look into that again. But Disciples, not bad. They're just some of the lyrics and some of the songs where they mention God and Jesus, I just can't get behind. And that's just me or whatever. You may have a problem with this review, but comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Disciple album. What was I thinking? If you've heard it, the 1995 album, which this album's like 25 years old now. I'm like, damn, they've been around for a while. And if you like this album review, hopefully you did, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for the Tuesday album review tomorrow. And hopefully I'll do a track review soon. I don't know for sure. I was going to do Christina Aguilera's Reflection track review, but I'm probably going to review it when I do the soundtrack review for the Mulan soundtrack. That comes out this coming up Friday. And I got 2 other albums to review, which are Big Sean and unfortunately 6ix9ine. Because I think 6ix9ine's album's going to be horrendous. Probably going to be pretty horrendous. But, yeah, I will return to you as well for the Disciple. This Might Sting a Little, I think it's called. The next album. It's a 1999 album. Took them a couple years to make this next one, but yeah, I'll give it a listen and see what I think of it. I only got like 10 more albums to review, so I was gonna do Hollywood Undead Marathon album reviews, but that may have to be on hold for a little bit till closer to the end of the month, or at least in October. I don't know for sure, but I'll let you guys know when I start doing that. But thank you for watching this album review for Disciple. What was I thinking? I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if I couldn't get behind on the Christian beliefs that they have in some of their lyrics in the songs. I don't know. I kind of cringed at that. It just made me feel a little goody two shoes or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.